I am live, and I've just realized that I finished chapter 1, not at the end, but there is not much left of that. So I thought I'll read this morning. This is the story entitled The Last Barrier by Reshad Feild. It was published in 1976, and he described his meeting with Hamid, the antique trader, and how he went to heal somebody by breaking an egg over his head. It is in the previous chapter. Anyway, Hamid has just told him that he is leaving for Istanbul. If you want to follow the way, you must leave everything behind. There must be no loose ends, no dirty laundry in the closet, no bills unpaid. There must be nothing to hold you from coming with both hands open. So far, all our work together has just been preparation for this moment. Now it is up to you to take the next step, which is a step completely into the unknown. He smiled at me, then putting his hand on my arm. It is true that I know something about the dervishes. You must forgive me, but the things that we may go into together one day are not for everyone. And I had to be absolutely certain that you really wanted to know with your heart and not just with your head. But then I expect you were beginning to pick up on these things already, weren't you? He handed me a postcard. Look carefully at this picture. One day, God willing, you will visit this place. If you do, then you will know that your real journey has begun. The card was a photograph of the interior of what appeared to be a large tomb. In the foreground, a magnificent cloth of gold covered what I imagined to be a coffin, at the head of which rested an enormous blue turban. Light illuminated the area, reflecting on the coloured walls of the tomb, brilliantly covered with gold Arabic script, tooled into the red, black and green tiles. On the back of the postcard, Hamid had written his address: CO Post Box 18, Side, Anatolia, Turkey. We spent the rest of the afternoon together. I had not realized how attached to him I had become, and to our times of study together. The thought of his going away filled me with a sense of loss. But I also knew that to follow him would have profound implications for me for years to come. We embraced before I left him. Deeply moved, I left the apartment building and walked towards the bus stop. It was a chilly day in November of 1969. The air was damp with a slight fog. I could smell the burning leaves from a bonfire in the square. By the time I reached my own apartment, I'd made what was perhaps the most important decision of my life. I had decided that I would somehow or other sell my business, clear up all loose ends and leave England to join Hamid in Turkey. I went to my desk and wrote to him. Then I wrote to my business partner, who was on an extended vacation in America, telling him that I was now willing to sell my share of the business, which he had wanted to buy for some time. I telephoned a real estate office to put my apartment on the market, wrote letters to friends and family, trying to explain my reasons for making the decision to leave England indefinitely, and informed my meditation group that I was going to do so. Then, with great difficulty, I wrote to all those who had been coming to me for healing, and told them the name of someone else who might be able to help them. The first steps had been taken, and now I had 6 weeks to get everything prepared properly before I left for Turkey. 6 weeks later, I was on the plane, bound for Istanbul. I had received only one letter from Hamid saying that he was looking forward to seeing me, but also enclosing a list of people that I was to visit before meeting him in the south. I was exhilarated and impatient to see him, but apparently my journey was to unfold like a pilgrimage before I could reach my goal. So, that was chapter 1, and I continue chapter 2 soon. Today is the 19th of